And they're off, racing away over a mile on the round course for the Tote UK British EBF Confined Maiden Stakes. And it's River Card who bounces out in front. And they're just going a slow tempo in the early stages. River Card by a half a length under Joe Levy. From Lost Boys, that white jacket, blue sleeves, the green cap racing in second. Then more towards the inside is Maltese Cross in the black and red silks there for Kieran Fallon. Wider is Study of Words and Dougie Costello in the royal blue. And tucked in last of the five in the pink and green, newcomer Echo of Stars and Jamie Spencer. They continue then down the side of the course and head inside the final 5 furlongs. It is River Card. River Card's on the front end, leading from Lost Boys in second. Wider is Study of Words. Still towards the inside is Maltese Cross and Echo of Stars tucked in at the back there. And they'll soon be racing towards the final 3.5 furlongs. On the bend back towards the home straight, and it's River Card. River Card just by a half a length only from Lost Boys in second. Study of Words shaken up towards the outside of Maltese Cross. Also pushing along now on Echo of Stars as they turn now towards the final 2.5. And it's River Card still there. River Card by a length over the pushed along Lost Boys in second. There to the left hand side is Maltese Cross. A few lengths away now to Study of Words. He hasn't picked up. Echo of Stars is trying to stay on. River Card joined toward the outside by Lost Boys. River Card rolling around a bit. Lost Boys puts it all in near side. Maltese Cross over on the far side. Half a furlong to go. River Card joined near side by Lost Boys. Over on the far side, Maltese Cross. River Card is digging very deep. Maltese Cross getting close, but River Card holding on. River Card from Maltese Cross. Lost Boys and an Echo of Stars. And last of 5, Study of. So the field is set. And they're off. They're racing away. It's a 1.25 miles for the Silent Paul Jin Confined Handicap Stakes. On settling down, stem towards the outside. Crown of Oaks Handy, the blue and white, and between the pair of and the gold sleeves of Asman Warrior. More towards the running rail is Himbook in the black and yellow colours, with Wave Rider next in purple and yellow diamonds, and C. Galazzo just encouraged along as they went around the bend. That takes them towards the final mile. And it's Stem, who's running in a handicap for the first time today, who leads the field under Jamie Spencer and chose by a length over Asman Warrior, racing towards the outside of the hot favourite Crown of Oaks. It's a further 2 lengths away to Himbook and Jim Crowley in those black and yellow colours. Followed then by Wave Rider and the grey C. Galazzo, who hasn't travelled overly well throughout. Once again, is now just being worked on there by Harry Davis as they race now towards the final 5 furlongs. In the pink and blue, it's Stem, who still goes along in front from Asman Warrior. He's got a great position there in second. Crown of Oaks is next, racing in third. Then Himbook and Wave Rider, who still race alongside each other. And C. Galazzo, who hasn't travelled at all so far, is still the pushed along last. They'll soon be on the way towards the top of the home straight and racing towards the final 3 furlongs. It's Stem by a length over Asman Warrior in second. Crown of Oaks back in third. Wave Rider and Himbook are still running in fourth and fifth. And C. Galazzo is under pressure as they run now towards the final 1/4 mile. Ridden out in front now is Stem. Crown of Oaks is looking to get on terms and now quickly does so. 3 lengths away to Himbook. Then came Wave Rider, who's trying to run on. They're on the way towards the final furlong, and it's Crown of Oaks who's drawing clear. Has gone well on top now, 4 lengths or so to Stem in second. Wave Rider back in third. But Crown of Oaks has completely different geared them. Will coast home inside the final 100 or so yards. Crown of Oaks has won this very easily. Stem was second, Wave Rider third. C. Galazzo got going very late, getting by Himbook. Ready, and they're off, racing away over 7 furlongs in the Schweppes Handicap. Mr. Bluebird, one of the greys in the field, is the first one to show that red jacket. Being chased by Afentico, more towards the near side is Nostrum, dark blue with the white cap. King's Lynn is prominent more down the centre from Ross Collin and Darkness. Then Tarkan, who's followed by Eldrick Jones. Lead man more towards the back of the near side group with Sword in the green. More towards the centre of the course is Array, who's leading there from Strong Warrior and from Greater Claim. Then Mirabeau and Acadian Thunder, last year's runner-up. Telemark is further behind with Bobby Benu. Then Native Warrior, Thunder Roar and Sterling Knight is the overall trailer. They continue the way up the home straight. They're about to go through halfway. Mr. Bluebird joined by Array in the pink cap, and it's Array who now went to the lead from Strong Warrior, Greater Claim, Kings Lynn. They're ridden along Mr. Bluebird. Then Tarkhan, Acadian Thunder's trying to get more handy now, just in behind. Mirabeau's also beginning to make a bit of a run. The grey there with the yellow cap as they race now towards the final furlong and a half. It's Array joined by Greater Claim and Mirabeau. Away toward the left-hand side is Thunder Roar. Native Warrior now coming into it as well. The red cap as they race down towards the final furlong. Greater Claim now about to be joined by Native Warrior. Mirabeau the far side, then Thunder Roar. Half a furlong left. Native Warrior surging to the front now, and it's Native Warrior going on to win. Native Warrior from Greater Claim and Mirabeau, then Thunder Roar ahead of Bobby Benu and Telemark, then Tarkhan. Mr. Bluebird further back with Acadian Thunder and Sterling Knight. And they're off, racing away over the mile and a half for the £100,000 Silent Paul Jin Handicap. This is a heritage handicap. Rogue Millions is very keen in the early stages there. Harry Davis trying to get him settled in the red and white colours as they head downhill, being led by Top Team. Top Team shows under Rob Hornby from Daiquiri Bay in second place in the beige and green check. With no cover toward the outside, Rogue Millions is next in third. Followed closely then by Night Walker. Horse is going on his first handicap outing today. Racing in fifth in the light blue as the four-timer seeking tenability under Kieran Fallon. More towards the rear is Too Soon, blue and white with the noseband, and Push the Limit, who won at the Glorious Goodwood meeting out the back early on today under Hector Crouch there in the pink cab. So they're turning then, racing inside the final mile, heading around Swilly Bottom, being led by Top Team. Top Team from Daiquiri Bay in second place as they head down the side of the course and begin shortly to head uphill. A dispute for third, Night Walker and Rogue Millions. Daiquiri Bay just in front of those two as they continue to chase Top Team as they race towards the final 3 parts of a mile. Behind the principals, Tenability is still being held up. Second to last is Too Soon, and Push the Limit now begins to make a bit of a move, moving alongside Top Team there and moving along Too Soon at the back. So as they race now towards the final 5 furlongs inside that mark, and it's Top Team who continues to lead the way. From Rogue Millions in second place, with Daiquiri Bay back in third. Night Walker is next in fourth. Tenability racing towards the outside of Too Soon. And then came Push the Limit, and they're on the way towards the final 3.5 furlongs. It is Top Team by a half a length over Rogue Millions in second. Length and a half away to Night Walker. Then came Daiquiri Bay. Tenability is on the improve towards the outside in the light blue. Then Too Soon and Push the Limit, who tries now to make some inroads. Racing towards the final quarter of a mile. Top Team being joined by Rogue Millions. Here comes Tenability with a very big looking run now, and Tenability has moved into the lead, puts a couple of lengths between himself and the staying on Push the Limit, who now looks to prove the main danger. They're getting away from Night Walker and Too Soon towards the final half a furlong. Tenability and Push the Limit, a great battle between them. It's Tenability finding more in front. Tenability from Push the Limit, and it's 4 wins in a row for Tenability, who beats into second Push the Limit. Too Soon was third, Night Walker fourth, then Daiquiri Bay well clear from Rogue Millions, and they're ready and they're off. Racing away from the top of the home straight, racing slightly awkwardly early on there was Noche Classica as the field go very, very slowly indeed through the opening furlong. Bright Times Ahead and Abloom the leading two. Abloom now just going on by length. Bright Times Ahead just dropping in behind. In the orange colours, Asta Verde is with the speed as well, which is still pretty slow. Twirling is next in fourth, that white cap. And then Treasure, the grey and the Royal Silks, Hector Crouch settling down in fifth now. Red and white for Noche Classica trying to drop in behind them. Then further behind to Miss Tonnerre, that dark blue jacket, the white sleeves and cap, and Glam's Road in the white and black. Last of all under Stevie Donohoe. Making their way then down towards the final half-mile scene. And with the lead, it's Abloom. By length over Asta Verde in second. With the mare Twirling back in third. Bright Times Ahead is in fourth. And then Treasure, Miss Tonnerre, Noche Classica and Glam's Road, the back marker. Now perhaps as many as 8 to 10 lengths behind the speed as they begin to sprint, racing towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Abloom towards the near side. Ascot is now being woken up by Kieran Fallon. Twirling is back in third. Trying to make some headway, Bright Times ahead. Wider out is Tote UK as they race inside the final furlong and a half. And racing isolated near side, it's Abloom who kicks for home. Under Marco Gianni is about 3 to 4 lengths in front of the others. And making this lone furrow up the stand side running rail, it's Abloom who is well clear. Bright Times ahead, battling away for second, then Tote UK, but it's one-way traffic. Abloom wins, and wins pretty cosily. Bright Times ahead in second place, Tote UK third, then Ascot clear. And they're off, racing away over 6 furlongs, and Coachello has unseated Ray Dawson coming out of the stalls. Coachello is out of the race, leaving the stalls. The Racing to School reaches 250,000 handicap over the 6 furlongs, and Candy towards that near side will blaze the trail early from Fast Track Harry, and with those is Twilight Jet. They're chased up by Double Rush, and behind Double Rush is Humam and Orazio. More on the centre then is Sergeant Wilco from Carbine Harvester. Behind Carbine Harvester is Jubilee Walk and Jungle Drums, and then King of Light and Badri Bin Harir some way back with Russet Gold. Then over toward the far side, Arctic Summer racing alongside Brose. Rohan is right at the back with Fresh as they race now down towards the final quarter of a mile. In the blue and white, Sergeant Wilco joined by the red cap Carbine Harvester. Near side, Candy is still sticking on. Then the red and yellow of Jubilee Walk, the green sleeves for King of Light. Brose wider out as they run now down towards the final furlong. Candy with a loose horse alongside. Jubilee Walk producing the centre. Brose over toward the far side, coming home well. Brose now with Jubilee Walk in Candy, then Bin Harir inside the final half of furlong. It's Brose by a half a length, and it's Brose coming home best. Brose the winner from Jubilee Walk in second, Bin Harir in third, then came Candy followed by Humam. Next in Sergeant Wilco ahead of Carbine Harvest. Ready to go, and they're off and racing away, and Fair Wind started very, very slowly there from stall number 2 for the Tote UK Handicap over the 5 furlongs. Jacajaro well into stride, leading from Brazen Bolt, and then came marching back in the black silks, followed then by Moonstone Boy. Vespasian, Always Glamorous, shows plenty of speed towards the outside. Dream Composer just in behind the principals. Then came Killer Zane and Solar Acclaim. Behind Solar Acclaim then is Thunder Bear. Further back, Existent Warhampton is flat out. Then Brooklyn 9-9, Northern Spirit Ridden right out. Then Manakan and Fair Wind is tailed off. Always Glamorous and Gina Mangan head down towards the final furlong and a half with a commanding lead. And out in front, Always Glamorous has gone about 2 to 3 lengths in front to Jacajaro in second, then Brazen Bold, followed next by Killer Zane, Vespasian, Existent and Dream Composer. Inside the last, it's Always Glamorous by 2 lengths. Trying to play catch-up is Jacajaro. Always Glamorous is all out. Flying is Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton sweeping to conquer Wolverhampton from Always Glamorous. Northern Spirit, Jacajaro, then Thunder Bear and Killer Zane, followed in by Existent.